Have you ever wondered why some ideas seem familiar, even if they're presented as new and groundbreaking? Welcome to the paradox of originality. This is a realm where everything we perceive as novel and unique often bears uncanny resemblances to concepts we've encountered before. Intriguing, isn't it? Now, let's take a moment to dive into this paradox. Originality, as we understand it, is the birth of a concept, an idea, or a work that's entirely new, something never before seen or experienced. It's a term that holds great esteem in our society across all fields, be it science, art, or technology. Yet when we delve deeper into what we often label as original, we stumble upon a curious pattern. Take the field of science, for instance. Every groundbreaking theory or discovery seems unprecedented at first, but trace its lineage and you'll find it's built on the shoulders of countless prior concepts and theories. Or consider art, where every innovative style or genre is, in essence, a fresh interpretation of the old. Even in technology, what we hail as revolutionary is often an ingenious amalgamation of existing technologies. These examples are not to undermine the brilliance of these ideas, but to highlight a peculiar pattern. They underscore that our understanding of originality is paradoxically deeply rooted in the familiar. This pattern, this echo of familiarity that reverberates through what we perceive as new, is not a flaw. It's an intrinsic part of the creative process, a testament to the interconnectedness of ideas and the cumulative nature of human knowledge. So we find ourselves in a paradox. We strive for originality, yet our most original ideas are intricately woven with the threads of what came before. Our quest for the new is perpetually entwined with the old, in a dance as old as thought itself. So it begs the question, is there really such a thing as an original idea? In a world constantly seeking novelty, how do we define what is truly new? It's an interesting conundrum, isn't it? Every day we're bombarded with advertisements for new products and services or new ideas touted as groundbreaking. But are they truly novel, or are they simply clever remixes of what already exists? Consider the smartphone, for instance. When it first arrived on the scene, it was hailed as a revolutionary piece of technology, and in many ways it was. But if you break it down, it's essentially a combination of existing technologies, telephones, computers, cameras, all bundled into one convenient package. The same goes for much of what we consider new in today's world. The latest fashion trends, often they're just reinterpretations of styles from decades past. The newest diet fad, more likely than not, it's a rehash of nutritional advice that's been around for years. This is not to say that there's anything wrong with repurposing or reimagining what already exists. On the contrary, it's a testament to our creativity and ingenuity as a species. But it does highlight our society's obsession with novelty and how this drives the illusion of originality. We crave the new, the fresh, the exciting. It's why we're always on the lookout for the latest gadgets, the newest trends, the most recent scientific discoveries. But when you peel back the layers, you realize that much of what we consider new is simply a fresh take on the old. It's a bit like a magic trick, really. The magician presents something that appears new and astonishing. But behind the scenes, it's all sleight of hand and misdirection, using tried and true techniques to create the illusion of novelty. So the next time you're awed by the latest new thing, take a moment to look a little deeper. Is it truly new, or is it just a clever reinterpretation of something that already exists? It seems that new might not be as new as we think. What if the enemy we're battling in the quest for originality is not external, but within us? It's a provocative question that flips the script on how we perceive our creative struggles. Because you see, the biggest antagonist to originality might not be the world around us, but rather the world within us. Let's dive deeper. Imagine your mind as a vast library filled with every piece of information you've ever encountered. Each book represents a different idea, a different experience, a different piece of knowledge. Now, when you're tasked with coming up with something original, your mind instinctively reaches for these books. It's natural, it's comfortable, it's familiar. But in doing so, we often end up rehashing old ideas, merely repackaging them in new wrappers. Our experiences, knowledge, and biases also play a significant role in this. They shape our thought processes, guiding us towards certain ideas and away from others. They are the invisible hand that guides our creativity. often leading us down well-trodden paths rather than unexplored territories. But here's the catch. These aren't necessarily bad things. Our experiences and knowledge give us context. They provide us with a foundation on which to build our ideas. The problem arises when they become barriers rather than stepping stones, when they limit our thinking rather than expand it. So how do we overcome this enemy within? It's not about discarding our experiences or knowledge. That would be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Instead, it's about recognizing their influence and learning to step outside of them. It's about challenging our biases, questioning our assumptions, and daring to venture into the unknown. In this sense, the battle for originality is not a battle against the world, but a battle against ourselves. It's a battle against our own preconceptions, our own comfort zones, our own fear of the new and unfamiliar. So, are we our own worst enemy when it comes to originality? It seems the answer is a resounding yes. But remember, recognizing the enemy is the first step towards victory. What if we change our perspective and start seeing originality, not as creating something from nothing, but as remixing existing ideas in unique ways? Let's ponder on this for a moment. We live in a world where the wheel has been invented, the pyramids have been built, and the internet has been created. Yet each day we see new inventions, new structures, and new apps. Are they truly original, or are they, in fact, remixed versions of what already exists? Consider this: the smartphone in your hand right now. Is it a product of sudden genius, or the result of years of refining and remixing? The telephone, the computer, the camera, all these inventions were integrated and refined to give birth to the device we can't seem to live without. It's a remix, a beautiful blend of pre-existing ideas. Or let's take the world of music as an example. Genres like hip-hop and electronic music are built on the foundation of remixing. Artists borrow beats, rhythms and melodies from past works to create something fresh and exciting. The new sound isn't a replication, it's a reinterpretation. It's a testament to the power of remixing. Now let's translate this philosophy to our own lives. When we leave behind the pressure of creating something entirely new, we open ourselves up to the magic of remixing. We start to see the world as a vast library of ideas, waiting to be borrowed, combined and transformed. We become more open, more curious and more creative. This is not an invitation to plagiarize, but rather an encouragement to innovate. It's about taking what exists, understanding it, and then adding your own touch, your own perspective. It's about seeing the old in a new light. So, the next time you're staring at a blank page or grappling with a complex problem, remember, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, you just have to spin it in your own unique way. Maybe the key to originality lies not in creating something new, but in seeing the old in a new way. In the end, is originality a matter of perspective? That's a question we've been grappling with throughout this exploration, and you know what? It might just be. We've waded through the paradox of originality, debunked the illusion of novelty, confronted the enemy within, and embraced the remix. Now it's time to understand the power of perspective. Let's think about it for a moment. Imagine you're an artist and you've been given a blank canvas. You might feel the pressure to create something utterly unique, something the world has never seen before. But is that truly what originality is all about? Or is it more about how you, as an individual, perceive and interpret the world around you? Originality, in essence, might be more about perspective and less about novelty. It's about seeing the same world everyone else sees, but in a different way. It's about interpreting the same stories, the same ideas and the same concepts, but through your own unique lens. It's about embracing the fact that your perspective is as original and unique as you are. Remember, the universe is made up of countless stars, each one unique yet part of the same cosmos. Similarly, our ideas and creativity are unique yet part of the same cultural, historical and intellectual cosmos. We may not invent new stars, but we can certainly find new ways to connect them, to create new constellations in the sky of human creativity. It's time to let go of the pressure to be novel, to create something out of nothing. It's time to embrace your own perspective, to see the world in your own unique way. Use your perspective as a tool, as a lens through which you can see the world anew. So perhaps the true enemy of originality is not a lack of new ideas, but a lack of new perspectives. It's not about being first, it's about being different. It's not about being novel, it's about being you. And remember, in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing more original.
Hey, Dad, you subscribe to my YouTube channel?